What's up guys, it's JF Cubing, and today I have 5 2x2 example solves using the Ortega method. Let's get right into it. Alright, so before we get started, I just want to cover a few things. The first one being that I have a new upload schedule. So I'm going to be uploading 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Also, I want to remind you to please subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and be sure to turn on those notifications so you'll be notified of new videos as soon as they come out. Also, I just want you to keep in mind that this is not a tutorial on how to solve the cube. These are walkthrough solves for people that already know how to solve the cube using this intermediate to advanced method, and are maybe looking for some tips and tricks to help them along the way. And these are just examples of how I would solve the cube in this situation. This tutorial also contains algorithms, which I'm just going to assume that you know if you do already know the Ortega method. And if you guys don't already know the Ortega method, I'm going to have a tutorial coming out on that very soon. But for now, I'll just leave some links in the description to where you can learn the Ortega method, and then you can come back to this video. So let's just not waste any more time and get right into the video. Alright, so when doing the scrambles, you want to make sure you're holding it with white on the top and green in the front. And I'll leave the scrambles right at the top of the screen as well as in the description. So let's just move on to the first scramble. So for this first scramble, I see that we have this green bar right here, and this green sticker can be inserted at the bottom with one move. And once we do that, this green sticker will move over here, and it can be inserted with just a couple of moves. So we can solve this face with R, U2, R, U prime, R prime. And that also solves this white face, but we don't need to worry about that. Next we have this OLL right here, and you could solve it like this. And then we have this case at the end, which you should know if you know the Ortega method. And then there's a U2 AUF. Alright, so for this next scramble, I see this orange bar created right here, and this piece could also be moved into this layer with one move, and then this sticker can be inserted with U2 R U prime R prime. So the whole solution to solve this orange side would be F U2 R U prime R prime. And you can see that we have a bar created on the side, so we already know the 2 possible cases that we can have at the end. So we may or may not have a bar on top after solving OLL that can match with this bar at the bottom. Here's the same OLL from the last scramble, so you can solve it like this. And we actually do have a bar that matches this bottom one. This is the same case that we had in the last scramble, except this time the bars actually match colors. So you can solve it the same exact way as before. So for this scramble, I can see that most of this blue side is done, and we just have this blue sticker at the top. So what we can do to insert this in as few moves as possible is to move this piece over here, and then we can bring this piece up to the top with R2, and that pairs them up together, and then we can move them over here and then bring them down to the bottom layer. Now we have a soon OLL, and from here we can flip the cube over and we have a T prime. So for this scramble, I see that we have a green bar and this green piece right here. And by moving this green piece over to this side, this green sticker will be facing right here, and we can insert that with R, U, R prime. So our whole solution would be F, R, U, R prime. And now you'll notice that there's a bar at the front, so that means there's 2 possible cases we could have at the end. And for this OLL, I solve it a bit differently than other people. My solution is F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. Now you could see that we have this white bar on the side, so we want to line it up with this orange bar, and you should know this case. Alright, so for this last scramble, you can see that we have this white bar here, and this piece can be inserted with one move. I'm actually going to hold it on this side, and you can solve it with F, U prime, R, U prime, R prime. Then you can see we have an anti-soon case. I'm going to hold it like this, and you can solve it with R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U2, R. Now you'll notice that if you flip the cube over and do a U, then you'll have a T perm. If you guys found this tutorial helpful to you in any way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and also be sure to turn on notifications so you'll be notified of new videos as soon as they come out. Alright guys, that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.